What up, folks? It's your pal, Coach Vino, and this is the Glass Half Full podcast where we turn setbacks into comebacks. Let's go.
Yo, everybody goes through setbacks, but don't let these setbacks make you take a step back. Step back from the situation, put your brush down, envision the picture you're faith in, because everybody goes through setbacks.
All right. Welcome back to the podcast. I am Coach Vino, the people's bartender, and your certified coach from the Boogie Down Bronx. All right, so today I want to talk about something that I know a lot of you guys are dealing with right now. With the new year here and everyone trying to, create a new year, new me situation, you often have one foot in the life that you're currently living, and then you have another foot, or at least your mind, your imagination is in the life that you're trying to build, right? And that space in between, that place is very uncomfortable. That's where a lot of the frustration is going to lie. That's where a lot of your impatience is going to be. And that's going to be where there's going to be times where you lose your cool, right? You're going to be so unhappy with your life and everything's going to frustrate you. Because on one hand, you're grateful for what you have. You've got responsibilities, bills, family, commitments. And that routine, that's what keeps the lights on. But on the other hand, you're feeling it right now. You're feeling that pull, that quiet voice in your head that says, this ain't it. There's more for you, And now you're stuck trying to do both of these things at the same time. And you're trying to hold it together here, while dreaming of something completely different over there. And that tension can make you feel so tight, your temper's so short. It can even make you feel resentful. It can make you feel trapped, even though you're not. Oh, I know that feeling. Trust me. You're trying to do something, and it's that thing that's currently there just feels like such a hindrance. Here's the first thing I want you to hear, loud and clear. You don't need to hate your current life in order to outgrow it. And a lot of people, they mess that part up. They start demonizing where they are because they're so focused on where they want to go. Then it ends up, they wake up angry. They walk around irritated. And everything feels like it's in the way of the future that they want. And again, I know this feeling. It's not a comfortable feeling. But I'm going to tell you something real. The life you're in right now, that's not your enemy. Okay? That's your launch pad. And if you don't learn how to respect it, how to manage it, and how to stay composed while you're still in it, you're going to bring so much of that chaos that you're feeling right now into the next chapter of your life. Keeping you cool is not about pretending that you're satisfied. It's about staying disciplined while you're dissatisfied. Okay, there's a huge difference. Because losing your cool usually comes from wanting results faster than reality is going to deliver them. I'm sorry. You want the new job, you want the new business, the freedom, the peace, you want it all right now. But growth doesn't move on your emotional timeline. Okay, it moves on how consistent you are at doing what you need to do. So when you catch yourself snapping at people, getting irritated at your boss, small things, feeling like everything's starting to annoy you, that's usually impatience. Okay? And you think it's just stress. No, it's impatience. You're not mad at your life. You're mad that your vision hasn't caught up to it yet. And that's all right. I want to make that clear. That's all right. But you're going to have to learn how to regulate yourself while you're in that gap. All right? And here's something I learned the hard way. You can build quietly without emotionally blowing up your present. You don't need to announce everything. You don't need to rush everything. You definitely don't need to burn bridges, that's for sure, just because you're uncomfortable. The people who make real changes, They're usually calm on the outside and they're on fire on the inside. They're relentless. They are so driven. They show up to work, they handle their responsibilities, and they stay respectful. Not just to everyone else, but to themselves. And then early mornings, late nights, whether you're journaling or studying, saving money, planning, executing, you do all these things with no drama, no tantrums, no self-pity, no woe is me, none of that energy. Because here's the truth, nobody likes to say it out loud. Nobody wants to say this out loud. If you can't manage your emotions while things are stable like they are right now, what are you going to do when things become a little bit unstable? And building a new life, it's going to come with instability. That's a fact. Okay, you're going to have a different income, a different schedule, different types of pressure, different fears. Okay, so think of your current life, the life that you have right now. Think of this as a training camp, right? This is where you're going to practice your patience, where you're going to practice controlling your emotions. This is where you learn how to keep your word even when you're tired of doing the same old thing. All right? And here's another big one. Stop rushing it. Okay? Stop rushing to the exit. A lot of people are so focused on escaping that they just stop appreciating. They just stop appreciating things. And appreciation doesn't mean settling down and suddenly, no, it doesn't mean that. It just means grounding yourself. Grounding yourself so you don't self-destruct. You could say, I am so grateful for what I have. I am so grateful for this particular thing. And I want more. Both things can exist at the same time. When you stay grounded, you think clearer. When you think clearer, you make better moves. And you make better moves, you get out faster than emotional ones ever will. And let me tell you this. If you're feeling behind, it's all right. You're not late. You're just loading. Right? Like a software is loading, a website is loading. Right? And when you're waiting for a website to load, it takes forever. It feels, it's boring. It's like, what's going on over here? But your life is just loading right now. And that loading, it's boring, it's repetitive, it can feel non-existent. Okay? And nobody's going to clap for you while you're building this life. And that's why you got to keep you cool, because nobody else is coming to help you regulate your feelings, your emotions. Okay? This phase that you're going through right now, this ain't meant to be, flashy and showy. This is meant to be a formative time, transformative. So if you're in a season of your life where you're working a job that you feel you're outgrowing, you're living a life that you don't feel fully fits you anymore. You're dreaming of something bigger while still clocking in every single day. Coach Vino wants you to hear this. You're not stuck. You are in transition. And transitions require patience, discipline, and emotional maturity. So listen, stay respectful. Stay consistent. Stay calm. Build the next life without burning down the one that you are currently in. Because how you leave this chapter is going to determine how you enter the next chapter of your life. Well, that's all I got for you folks. If you enjoyed today's podcast, I'd appreciate if you left a review so you can help Coach Vino feed the hungry algorithm. If you or someone you know might want to work with Coach Vino, you can visit my website, coachvinollc.com. You can also follow the podcast on social media, where I share more of my thoughts in bite sizes, and it gives me an opportunity to directly interact with you guys. So I'm everywhere at Coach Vino Podcast. And remember, folks, if nobody else tells you, Coach Vino appreciates you. Cheers.
Thoughts and express what I'm feeling in a hip-hop form. But I was born to succeed, so as long as I breathe, ain't nobody on this earth gonna crush my dreams. Yo, this might be the end of the verse, but but this is just the start of a new beginning. Word.